Hey.
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 We're gonna play the metagame.
Sure, it's a game.
Catch
Just
you,
cards.
You know that for a fact.
That's about all I know.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna catch you up real quick.
Say some stuff.
Yeah, you get to say words about games.
I hate doing that.
Yep. It's your least favorite thing.
Least favorite thing to do about my job.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna each get a hand of 5 cards that have like the names and.
I can't look at them yet.
You know what? If you want.
Am I subverting the game?
No, actually. So the thing is, there's no real hard and fast rules about how to play. We've sort of created our own apples to apples-ish variant.
So is that 5 or 4?
How many do you have?
I have 4.
How about a 5th?
Wait, no, there's 2.
Wait.
What?
You have
Hold
2 in.
Whoop.
Oh no!
Yeah, there you go. And how about we not show people what cards we pulled this time? Because we got a few complaints when we don't play cards exactly the way people want us to. So how we're going to do this is, is that a question? Yeah, okay. We're going to lay out 3 questions, and each of us gets to eliminate one.
All right, and then we settle on 1.
Yeah, so we settle on 1, because each of us gets to kick 1 question out. And then our questions are, which game tells a better story? Which game is sexier? Which game lets players express themselves more? Let me look at my hand real quick.
Alright, just because using the term sexy to describe anything in video games.
Thank you.
I'm just going to eliminate that.
'Cause I was about to.
I hate when people say, "Oh man, the iPhone's real sexy." You're not going to fuck the iPhone.
Well,
so
you're not gonna fuck the iPhone.
Stop saying that it's sexy. It's a stupid term.
Speak for yourself. Just because you're not gonna fuck the iPhone. All right, I will get rid of. Express yourself. I'm gonna get rid of express yourself more.
Raise.
All right.
All
so,
in.
Do you have a coin on you? Do you have any coins in your wallet, Ben?
That's not a weird thing to have coins in your wallet.
In your wallet?
I mean, like, if you've purchased something today
Yeah.
and gotten the coin
Yeah.
subsequently,
No,
that's
like-
not strange.
I don't have a coin.
If you leave the house, just like, I don't know, I might need to use some change today. That's probably a lot.
He says it's weird because it's not in my pocket and it's in my wallet.
Yeah, people put coins in their pocket and bills in their wallet. People don't put coins in their wallet.
An actual slot for it in the wallet?
No,
I just put it in the corner, like.
Well, it's not a soup wallet, so you're already in
Alright.
the game.
Right. The
Evidence,
standard for wallets
it's not
is
a soup
5%
wallet.
in this office.
So,
All right. So heads or tails?
heads.
All right. It is New Mexico. I think that's tails. That is tails. But I'll go ahead and go first.
Did someone call it?
I said
Yeah.
heads.
Oh.
So I'll go first because that way, so you're sort of, I want to give you the benefit of the
yeah,
doubt.
sure.
So basically how it'll work is I will spend 2 minutes arguing why my game tells a better story.
We have
than
to
your
do
game.
all of these?
No, just pick one.
Oh, I pick
your,
one.
Pick your best card.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So it's a matter of picking your best argument from one of the games in your hand.
And so we sort of play our cards at the same time. Then I'll spend 2 minutes arguing why mine tells a better story than yours. Then you'll spend 2 minutes doing the opposite.
All right.
Do you have your game selected?
Sure.
Cool. Going to pull up my alarm here or die trying. Oh, yeah, fuck those cards.
I don't need any other ones. I've got my
Those
one.
cards don't tell a good story.
Just dump them
No.
shits on the ground.
That's my story. That's the meta story. All of these cards tell a story about ourselves.
I'm intimidated already. That is some highfalutin game talk. All right, you ready to play your card? Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, bam. Portal versus The Sims. This is gonna be fascinating.
All right.
All right, 2 minutes on the clock.
Wait, so do you start?
Yeah, I'll start.
And then we trade off? You just go for 2 minutes?
I go 2, you go 2. Let the people at home tell us.
All right. Do you want to start?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll start because it's harder to start.
Okay.
All right.
I like those odds.
Portal tells a better story than The Sims, not because The Sims doesn't tell interesting stories, but because it
I have to
tells-
argue against your game too?
Hold on, I'm gonna...
You can. It's up to you. Whatever you want to argue.
You don't
All right.
necessarily have to. It's,
All right.
it's kind of up to you. So
I'll
the
let-
reason I would pick Portal in this situation, I mean, if the question was what game tells a better story and I could pick any game from all of games, Portal would still be really high up there because Portal tells a story better than most games have. It's and I think you could appreciate this, Patrick. It
Okay.
has a lot of mystery to it, and
trying to bait
some of the best stories, you know, like J.J. Abrams' Lost, for example, are told
Debatable depending what Caesar
by
talking about.
incorporating mystery. Portal, like games like BioShock, is great because there's this whole world that you know literally nothing about going in, and the game sort of tells its story through explaining the world to you in indirect ways. Even discounting all the crazy back rooms and hidden stuff in Portal, you pick up pieces of the story just from like little hints that GLaDOS drops, hints about about Aperture and about like the Bring Your Daughter to Work Day stuff, and it's hard to tell where her fucking with you ends and the truth begins sometimes.
Said we weren't talking about sexy things.
Ooh. And then even further, there's like these hidden rooms that are completely optional, that are completely not player required, that you can go into and find even more tidbits about the plot. You can find, for example, a calendar, and that tells you so much because you can find out, that the game takes place in 1997, for example. Like there's a lot to infer from just these little pieces of information that they put in the game for the players who are going to like really get into it and dig deep into it. Also, it's really rare to see a game with a very small cast of characters. Getting a little close. GLaDOS is one of the best characters that you'll find in any game ever. Perfectly written. Tells a story about an individual without the individual. I'm gonna talk right through yours. See how you like it. Anyways, I got 8 seconds.
I probably won't like it.
You guys know.
Probably won't like it at all.
You guys know the Portal's great.
All right.
All right.
Tell me how The Sims tells a better story.
I set myself as a real jackass
2 minutes
for this game.
Yes.
You're here to win.
For this game. You're not here to make friends.
No.
All right, ready? Go.
All right. Well, The Sims, you would argue, tells basically no story because you make your own story. So it's kind of the ultimate story because you get to tell it. And Portal, actually, to its credit, actually has that mechanic as well in terms of a storytelling device because the puzzles can be solved in a couple different ways in addition to the sort of like basic narration that Valve puts out there and the other narration that you can engage in the background. But ultimately, The Sims, your story is your story. Like, you get to create, this world is there for the taking. Like, the only limitations are the ones that you put upon yourself and the sort of narration that you want to tell. Like, whether you want to tell your own life story, whether you want to tell this own sim story, whether you want to play out someone else's fantasy. And so, in that sense, the fact that you just have this world that you get to play in, like, pretty much, I think I'm going to just rest on that argument. I don't need the rest of my minute.
That's confident. All right, well, I guess we will let the commenters tell us who they think argue their point better.
You know what the answer is.
Yeah, the game. I'm not gonna say anything. It would not be in.
I thought you just said you weren't gonna say anything.
I don't need to be impartial.
Exactly. Patrick, it was a pleasure.
I'm not. No. No.